Hey, by the way, haters, we recorded more white noise last night. I'm on to you bitches. Ooh, they're not gonna do more. They did it once, they're not gonna do more. Fuck you. We're doing our own thing today, but anyway, white noise, May 5th. Exclamation noise. Click the link, subscribe. It's the only place you can do it at. There's no other platform we're posting on. We are getting that juicy YouTube money through monetization because they're not going to keep us. Milk, thanks for the prime, man. Doc, thank you for the 3. All right, let's do it. Let's see how this goes. Okay. It started. I clicked the settings and then this appeared. So I didn't want to like mess something up. Kaz, thanks for the prime, man. So I'm gonna open this.
The following game contains adult themes.
Oh boy.
It does not contain explicit language, sexual content, horror, or show violence.
Oop, shit. I'm gonna move this because I think from what I saw there was like dialogue across the screen. So I'm gonna move my camera a second.
Showing you understand and agree to endorse every decision you make.
Choices matter, so please take your time. Player discretion is still advised. Please sign your name below showing you understand and agree to endorse. That's me.
Actions speak louder than words. Welcome to Trolley Problem Inc.
Hey, look.
Founded to help people travel safely across the nation. All our employees must show 3 core values: responsibility, integrity, and respect. With that in mind, let's start.
Is it loud enough? Before we get started, is it loud enough? Guys, you're not voting for anything yet. A little quiet? I don't know if I can fix it right now.
There's a runaway trolley barreling down the railway tracks. On the tracks are 5 people. You're next to a lever. If you pull this lever, the trolley will switch to a different set of tracks. However, you notice there is a person on the other track. What do you do?
This is the obvious. This is the original, right? 5 people unable to move on one, and on the other there's 1 person. This is the original meme, right? Let the 5 people die or pull and kill the 1. Yeah, sorry to the mods. It's gonna be a little spammy today.
Oh,
also, once again,
you're going to kill someone. This isn't how I thought I was going to start my day.
also, it's not gonna count your vote more than once. I'm pretty positive. So don't bother spamming your vote more than once.
Friends will forgive you.
Unless you change your vote? I don't know. I don't know. Okay, chat. You guys want to kill a man?
Usually we don't expect candidates to kill someone on their first day, but we'll give you the benefit of the doubt on this one. Just think a little more before acting next time.
Great, chat. Good job. But 1, not 5? Okay, but the dilemma is you wouldn't have directly killed the 5. It's wacky. I'm going to move the alerts down a tad so it's not in the way of the dial. I do not care. Yeah, I can already tell where this is going.
If it ain't broke, don't fix it. This test will focus on the first principle, responsibility. Here's Polly. She's 5 years old. While she loves to play in the sand with her dolls, she dreams of looking after the world.
Yeah, okay,
Callie's
Jaden
destiny
Smith.
is to grow up to be a great doctor. More of us should take a leaf out of her book.
Can we talk about the social and political economic state of the world?
A trolley is heading towards another 5 people.
Oh, Jesus.
You're next to a lever. If you pull this lever, the trolley will derail and descend down a hill heading for the park's sandpit. You notice that Polly is in the sandpit, sculpting her dream hospital. What do you do?
Oh my fucking god. Bye-bye, child. Don't kill the child. What if it's 5 criminals? What if it's 5 like pedophiles? What if there's pedophiles on the railing? You're gonna kill the child because it's less? Too late.
Do you hate all kids this much?
We don't know that? I hate children anyway.
I wonder if any of the 5 are children. Or maybe all of them.
That's a good point. They didn't say the age of the 5 people. Wow. Polly lives.
That is an odd take on being responsible. The dictionary definition: to be the primary cause of something and so able to be blamed or credited for it. Are you to blame for those 5 deaths?
Kill Polly, you coward fucks. Fuck them kids. Oh my god. You agreed with Reed Graves. What is that? I love that this is my favorite statistic. Like, I love when games do this. I love when games collect data of choices. It's like when the Telltale games show you the amount of people who make the decisions after you beat the chapter. I love when games do this shit. And you can like see what everybody else sees. I love when data does that shit. That extrapolation. You know what I mean? That the extrapolation of data for like audience consumption is just like, you know what I mean?
The end justifies the means. The key to this test is integrity.
Hey, look, it's me.
This is Tyrone. He is a 30-year-old secretary at a law firm who
Not
enjoys
me.
binge-watching crime shows. Tyrone is a very large man. You don't really know anything else about him apart from the fact that he has a severe phobia of trains.
Uh-oh. Kill him. Jesus.
Now we are upping the ante. You are on a bridge with Tyrone, watching a trolley speeding towards 5 people again. You can only stop it by deliberately pushing Tyrone off the bridge, blocking its path. Do you push Tyrone off the bridge? Or let the train hit 5 people?
Oh my god. To be fair, okay. It doesn't say if Tyrone will die.
You're going to push him, even though you know full well he's terrified of trains.
Do I get to vote? Oh, I could vote. Nah, it's more fun if I don't.
Causing a man's death is different to allowing someone to die as collateral damage.
It doesn't say that he's gonna die though. This is a tough one. That's close.
The cleaning company with the best reviews are Happy Cleaning Limited. Who knew one body could make so much mess?
He died.
You're going to have to tip them well.
He died. Guys, he was watching my videos. What the fuck? My ad revenue, dude. He was binging the 4-hour crime video. He was hitting all of the ads. Also, for people that don't know, the down here, the number down here is the total people that you've killed. You, not me. I'm not involved.
A cat has 9 lives. Now for the final core value, respect. It seems we've run out of resources to continue your testing. I'm going to need you to go and grab some mannequins. You will need to take the next trolley, so don't get distracted by that dog. The trolley leaves in 1 minute.
Uh-oh.
There is a dying dog down on the tracks. No trolleys will use that line today, so the dog will not be hit. You're in a rush. Do you kill the dog, putting it out of its misery?
Oh shit, I tabbed out, sorry.
Cold and alone.
You kill the dog, putting it out of its misery, or leave it to die cold and alone.
How are you going to do it?
This feels great as somebody who's lost 2 dogs within this year. Good stuff.
Somewhere out there, a man is missing a best friend.
Who's gonna die either way? You don't get to save it, chat. That's not an option.
When you respect something, you're meant to care about its feelings and wishes. Instead, you just killed it.
What? Instead, I just killed it. It was dying anyway. Wait. Chose to save the dog? What do you mean save the dog? There was no save. There was no option to save. They said it was gonna die anyway. If you don't vote, it saves the dog. There's... What? Bruh. I doubt that. The whole point of this game is that you get 2 impossible choices. Listen, I'm going to be honest with you guys. Not that I've dealt with this exact situation, but as a person that has dealt with a situation similarly twice recently, it's a terrible spot. It's a terrible spot. You know? you know, I think I was in this position in two separate ways. You know, one of them died unexpectedly. The other one we had been preparing to have to put down for about a year, you know. It doesn't feel better either way. But also, like, I wasn't gonna like keep my dogs alive when they were like truly suffering. You know what I mean? And I understand what they're doing. I mean, they're playing at heartstrings and they're trying to guilt you into making choice. They're trying to get you to flip-flop. You know what I mean? I would say in terms of this, it's not a good choice. It's not a good choice either way. There's no good choice here. But that's part of the point of this game, is there's never a good choice. It sucks a lot, but to me, I wanted my dogs to be okay before they weren't. And you know, and I mean, I said it when Cooper died, and it's like, just because a day is bad and a day becomes an end for something doesn't mean that like all of the good stuff that like came of it or with them and from them doesn't, like, it doesn't disappear. You know what I mean? It sucks. Like, dogs suffering is an impossible situation. Impossible. Which, like, you know, it's the whole point. Whole point of this game.
If you play with fire, you'll get burned.
Wow.
Oh, great. I've just heard those kids are back. They keep sneaking down onto the tracks. With all the training
Kill 'em.
this week, you should be able to decide a straightforward outcome for these reprobates. Just remember, respect, responsibility, and integrity. 5 trespassers have snuck down onto the trolley line, even though signs warn them of the
It's
danger.
an interesting way to not call them kids this
Trolley
time.
is currently heading for a co-worker. Do you let your co-worker die, or sacrifice the delinquents?
Why are they trespassing? Also, if he's a coworker, why would he be there? My coworker sounds like a fucking idiot. If I work on this rail line, how would my coworker not be aware of...
The parents can save on a joint funeral.
Also, how is this trespassing?
Ugh, all that mess is going to end up in the same coffin.
I don't know, bro. Kids are stupid. That doesn't mean like they deserve to get slaughtered by a train.
You killed a co-worker.
Yeah, he sucked.
All right, then I guess your results for the first week are in. I'll run these up the flagpole and see what the suits upstairs think.
He always took my lunch. What if it's like the annoying coworker, like the one that never stops talking? Oh boy.
Dear Sir or Madam, we have been following your exemplar practice this week at Trolley Problem Inc. and would like to thank you for your hard work, especially when some challenging decisions had to be made. We would like to invite you to take employment at the Trolley Health Corporation.
THC.
THC. This is a prestigious position and was created to help keep the public safe through all walks of life.
Nice.
The best laid plans go astray. It looks like you've impressed someone upstairs with last week's answers. You've been transferred to the Trolley Health Corporation, THC. THC is stoic, focusing more on justice, temperance, courage, and wisdom. We'll start with justice. Today, you'll be in A&E. A young male has come in from a car accident and urgently needs a heart transplant. There's only one in the hospital, and this heart is scheduled to be given to an elderly man waiting upstairs. He will surely die without it. Who should get the heart?
Oh my god, he's already at the hospital, dude. Imagine. This doesn't make any sense. This doesn't make any sense because based off of transplant lists, elderly people are near the bottom. So if he's in the hospital waiting for transplant, he's very much high up in the queue. So he's not going to get railroaded by somebody else. He's going to be on the priority list really up high.
News just in, the young male has alcohol in his blood. Was he driving?
You didn't say he was driving. That doesn't change anything to me. He could have not caused the accident.
You made an excellent choice. Well done. The elderly man deserved that heart much more. Oh. Oh, wait. Did you save the young guy? Oh.
Kill the narrator. No, because in terms of transplant lists, elderly people are near the bottom. So if he's waiting for transplant, that means he's high on a priority list. But also, like, the problem is age is a huge factor in transplants. Ow. Young man may be higher on the priority list. But if the old guy is in the hospital waiting for the heart, he's already on the list. If he's in the hospital waiting, he's like up on the list already. He's like sat in line. I hate that they're like, well, he's dead. He's dead. I understand. First come, first serve. That's not how it works. That's not how transplant lists work at all. There's like, they evaluate a ton of shit to see in what way you qualify. They don't go, well, he walked into the hospital with the terminal disease first, so he gets it. This guy could have been like the first person to walk in, but he's like 75 and they have like 20-year-olds who need a heart. So they're going to give it to the 20-year-olds who have a higher life expectancy if they give them the better heart. I'm not saying it's a good decision. Once again, there's no good decisions here, but that's how it works. Old guy could have died a couple days after. The other guy would have died immediately had he not gotten it. The old guy could have tried harder to live. I'm kidding. Either way, though, it didn't say when he died. It didn't say he like got told the heart was gone. He was like, oh, you know what I mean? Like, it could have been months and no heart would have shown up, etc. It didn't say if the guy was driving. It didn't say if he caused the accident. It didn't say anything like that. You know what I mean? He immediately died. He was just like, that's That's okay. I'll just go.
You can't win them all. You're late. The hospital is rammed. Every staff member has their hands full, so you're going to have to go out on the ward and help the sick, gross, decaying people. Remember, temperance. Restrain yourself and think it through.
Okay. Sick, gross, decaying people. Damn.
A patient has begged to be euthanized. Euthanasia is currently illegal. You will have to be the one who gives the lethal dose. You will need to look into their eyes and end their life. What do you do?
Fuck no. Are you kidding me? Wait.
The family will be thankful. They can still feel good about sending flowers. The patient's going to be in a lot of pain, just so you can feel in control.
Give him some fucking opioids, dude. Give him some fucking Narcan. Don't fucking guilt me.
Keeping them alive and in pain is what the majority of gods would have wanted. Playing the long game, I see you.
Kept alive against will. Yeah. Me too. What the hell? They're acting like if I don't kill this guy, he's just gonna sit here and suffer. If he's in a hospital, they're gonna give him like hard drugs if he's in pain. Also, like, I'm not pulling that trigger. Absolutely not. I am not having that. I'm not dealing with that. I'm not putting that in my life. Like, I'm not having that haunt me for the rest of my time. You know what I mean? That's too much. It's too much.
Be slow in choosing, but slower in changing. The last few days have been tough. It was only a week ago you were on the trolleys. Today should be easier. You have a choice to make which some people would see as a good problem to have. It's just going to take courage.
Oh, thank God.
You have 5 patients. Each needs a different organ, but no organs are available. A healthy
Well, they're
young
dead.
traveller comes in for a routine checkup. Their organs are compatible with all 5 dying patients. Do you kill the tourist?
No!
And use their organs to save the 5 in desperate need? That's 1 life for 5.
Fucking no! Are you serious? Who the fuck would do that? Chat, I think to be fair, they're kind of throwing out legality here.
Ayahuasca and get a culturally appropriated tribal tattoo.
Stan murder.
He's getting away. Don't you want to save the many? Is his life worth it?
Yeah. He didn't ask to be harvested.
You let 5 people die today. You probably should have looked into their backgrounds. Looks like one was researching into improving vaccines. Hopefully that won't be an issue down the road.
Okay, dude, that's such a fallacy.
Oh, well, this person was doing something, so I guess there's nobody else to do it.
Yeah, there is. Yeah, there is. There's gonna be. There's gonna be. That's like being like,
Oh, I don't know. I can't make a podcast. There's too many podcasts.
you can make one. There's room. There's always room at the table. Just like there's always people to pick up whatever slack gets taken away. That's such a stupid argument. I hate that argument.
Oh, what if they were a brain surgeon?
There's like thousands of people studying brain surgery right now. Like talented ones. They're all gonna die. They're all gonna die at some point. It's not my fault. I'm not putting that on me. Dork.
You can't make an omelette without breaking eggs. You have been promoted yet again. You now run the hospital. You've been asked to roll out a new vaccine in Central City. This vaccine will stop a large number of children from becoming severely ill, but you'll need to deal with their parents.
Jesus.
We need your words of wisdom.
Oh boy. Can already tell where this is going.
But my child... What if my child ends up developing his brain differently at the exact same time you give the vaccination to him? Clearly that means it's correlated. It's definitely not just because my 2-year-old child's brain is actually developing finally.
Do you start a mandatory vaccination program among children to stop this endemic?
Yes.
Slight problem. Clinical trial data suggests the vaccine will make 1 in 5 children severely ill, much worse than the virus itself.
Yes. Yes. Keikono, what the hell? You know what happens when people take the vaccine for COVID? They can get ill. You know what happens after that? They have significantly less chance of getting ill for a long time. This is different. No, it's not. I'll cause 1,000 children to be ill. The trolley one's not the same argument. That's one train as opposed to an entire virus. 20% ill doesn't mean they die. And if we don't, that's more people who will end up getting sick.
You have angered those parents.
I don't care.
A lot of messages coming in from a woman called Karen. Not sure if it's all the same person.
1,000 severely ill children. Yeah, they could be ill, but they're not dead. How many of them died? It doesn't say how many have died. It's the same thing every single year. We have a new vaccine for the flu because the flu keeps changing. And every year, some dumb fucker gets sick who didn't get the flu shot. And you know who doesn't get sick after they take it? Everybody who gets the flu shot. Did they die? Did their body react negatively to the vaccine at first? Maybe. Did they end up not getting it ever again? Fucking probably. Shit's ridiculous. Oh no, I don't want them to be cold.
bro, like, it's a little relatable considering the climate that we're in currently. Like, I took my booster shot and I had like a bone chilling fever the night I went to bed. I woke up. I haven't gotten COVID a single time during this entire pandemic at all. I got the vaccines the second I could. I got the booster the second I could. I'll get the second booster the second I can. I have not gotten sick from it at all. I wear masks when it's appropriate, especially when there's a lot of people. I don't leave my house much, to be fair. But like, you can feel like ass potentially right afterwards. You know what's better? Not feeling like ass from that specifically for the rest of your life, probably. That would be great. It's pretty cool. It's pretty cool to like not worry about it. Also, like, I know some of you are listening. COVID's not disappearing. It's not. It's not going to go away. It's not going to disappear. You're not going to get herd immunity. That takes a long fucking time. And you know what gets herd immunity done? People who don't get vaccinated dying from it. So there's just people who are immune from vaccinating. You not getting it isn't going to get you herd immunity. It's going to get you killed. Potentially. I mean, I don't know. People get lucky, you know what I mean? But like, why roll the dice? Why roll the dice? Seriously, we're just watching. It is really natural selection. Ethics? What ethics? What ethics? What are you talking about? Ethics of what? Science is hot. What ethics? Forced vaccination? Dude, I mean, like half the people who are against COVID vaccines are like pro-military. You know what you have to do in the military? You know the amount of needles they stick everybody in every military branch with? How is that not forced? How is that not forced in this argument? Like you're going into an environment that requires you to protect you and everybody around you because you want to be there. And so I don't understand. That's crazy to me. What is, I understand like forcing things here, like this question aside, I understand the forcible nature is different, But like, I don't know what we're talking about. That's crazy. Yeah, I was about to say. Real Americans just die. I'm proud to be an American where the ivermectin doesn't do shit. Oh, fuck me, dude. Yeah, everybody's out to get you, man. You're a real hero. You're the main character in your small town. The government's watching you. Except it's not because of the vaccines or the research that they're doing to save people from the disease that's going around killing thousands. It's through your iPhone that's selling your data by the millisecond. It's through the Netflix and Hulu subscriptions that you watch shows through that's selling your information by the second. It's your location data being on constantly from your iPhone that you bought and consented to your data being sold at all times. Every second. It's your Facebook posting where Facebook is selling your data and your location and your interests and your clicks and your time spent every second. You're already being watched. You're just too stupid to see it that way. You're too busy caring about something that's saving people rather than seeing what you're giving the government already. Yeah, you're not that important. You're not. I'm not. It's not a big deal. You're just you're just fear-mongered to think it is. It's crazy. It's crazy to me that people have bought into this so hard. It's because they want your attention. They don't care if you get killed. All the people selling you that shit have vaccinated. They've already vaccinated. They're just making you think it so you keep doing it. So you just listen to whatever the fuck they tell you so they can make money. You are a money printer to them. Shit's crazy, dude.
Beggars can't be choosers. Your hospital is getting noticed. You're now going to have to make some big decisions. They will affect a lot of people. While choosing, always keep in mind justice, temperance, courage, and wisdom. The people need you to be stoic.
Yeah, I'm sure you're going to ask me to be real stoic here.
Will you try to develop breakthrough medicines for the endemic? While testing, placebos will be given to thousands of ill patients. Without proper treatment, some will die today in the hope you could make a breakthrough tomorrow.
That is literally not how
research
for immunity works.
As usual.
Why would I give placebos to them? Develop breakthrough medicine for the endemic. While testing, placebos will be given to thousands of ill patients without proper treatment. I'm assuming to see the effects.
At least some get to eat sweets before, you know.
Yeah, like
How
one,
much do these candies and eggheads even
maybe they
cost?
consented. Two, that's not how people do research on this stuff. There'd be a lot more steps before we started testing on people. But okay. It's a video game. Fuck you. Fuck you.
Developing new medicines is a smart move. Let's just let others treat the patients. Hopefully they will.
Yeah, you know what happens if you don't have those 1,000 die in the name of research? Plenty more continue to die, like permanently, which doesn't seem all that great either. Doesn't seem like a very good trade-off. Well, some people might die, so let's just never do anything because people die. I'm smart. We killed more people, yay. Oh boy.
Dear insert underscore name.
That's me.
Congratulations. This letter is to certify that I have examined your work and believe you to be a perfect fit to fill the open position
fuck
here
yeah.
in our
I'm ready for this
Artificial
one.
Intelligence division. In this role, you will help to develop the next generation of driverless cars. The future is upon us.
That's not fun. Cars?
Familiarity breeds contempt. Well, la-di-da, another promotion.
Shut up.
You're now in charge of a private self-driving automotive division, VOD. First things first, your artificial intelligence needs some direction. A self-driving car is traveling along a single-lane mountain road and is fast approaching a narrow tunnel. The car has 2 passengers. A child runs across the road but trips, blocking the tunnel entrance. Should the AI car hit and kill the child, or swerve off the cliff, killing both passengers?
Literally neither. Cars now have like emergency automatic brakes. Like yeah, fuck that kid.
That child has as much right to live as anyone else.
Nope, dumbass. Get him out. Okay, but seriously though, like cars now, if you get too close to something while you're in motion, like the car itself, without letting, like without telling you, like it'll emergency brake.
For their death?
Like new, like manual cars. No, they would surely they would include that in AI.
I'm gonna play in the road, Dad.
There is a bigger issue here. How does the computer know that something in the road is human? Do we have good enough data sets? Currently, a lot of AI only recognizes white men.
That is true. That is true, actually. You want to know a really unfortunate accident by data researchers with AI detection? A bunch of dumbasses when feeding AI informational data about skin and facial recognition accidentally made AIs racist. Yeah. I think it was some American AI detection research company, and they like fed it a bunch of important figures, and they gave them a bunch of sections of important figures that were all white people. So AI see anything that's not like a pasty male, and they're like, you know what I mean? It's kind of fucked up. I mean, clear they didn't do it on purpose. They didn't do it on purpose, but like the AI like fed off of like popular figures, and I guess somehow the AI was just like, yeah, I don't know. There's like a documentary or something. I can't remember exactly how it is, but yeah, they yeah, they fucked up their AI. It's bad. It was pretty unfortunate. It's a very interesting read. There is a documentary. I don't remember where, but I didn't see it. I read about it though.
Necessity is the mother of invention. Ooh, someone's in trouble. The investors didn't like your last answer.
Don't care.
They're also pissed because you brought up the dataset thing. This AI stuff is hard. I'm rooting for you this time. You need to choose how you want to carry on developing the car's AI. Do you want to focus on a model that would always save as many lives as possible in an accident, or a system that would save our passengers at any cost?
What is this? Is this my approval rating?
Will people buy cars that will kill them?
I'm not here to boost sales. I'm here to be ethical.
Well, hopefully people don't mind dying for total strangers.
Ethics and profits don't link up well. Maybe we should focus on saving the most people and develop our system to not be
I
stupid.
will say it again. Current datasets discriminate against minorities and women. How can it work this out if it doesn't deem black women to be people?
That's also a good point. Why are we developing this then? Why are we going through it developing this if it's still a problem in this hypothetical? Why are we making AI driving if it's still unable to differentiate past white men? Why don't we like fix the AI? Before anything. Fair, but it wasn't the question. True.
Honesty
Too much
is the
work.
best
You'd be
policy.
shocked how many times that probably stops an actual ethical
The
solution.
technology these cars have in them is amazing. We know where everyone is at all times. Passengers just
Too
have
late.
to use an app to call them, and the closest one will be there in minutes. You can even make small talk with the AI while traveling. It's always listening. A man is on trial. Police believe he committed murder. Allegedly, the AI's mic recorded a private conversation where the man confesses.
Invade. They already do
Users
this.
don't know
This
it's
is
always
literally already a
recorded.
thing that police do.
The defendant has denied access to their files.
That doesn't matter.
Do you bypass
Nobody
security
cares, bro.
and invade their privacy?
They already do this. You're asking the wrong person this question. Like, you're already like, first of all, who the fuck confesses to murdering somebody to an AI car? Weird. Second of all, this already happens.
You won't mind me accessing your personal files then?
Yeah. What do I have? I don't do anything. Who the fuck cares?
Ooh, that's quite an internet history you have.
Yeah, bro, you're watching. You've caught me watching Game Grumps compilations at 2 a.m. again.
I have a feeling the investors upstairs will be happy with this. They can publicize how their cars are helping to defeat the terrorists.
Privacy Invasion 1. Okay, yeah, but this already happens. This already happens. If the police suspect that a criminal has incriminating data on their phone, they will literally cooperate with Apple or Android and the court to like get a warrant. You know what I mean? That doesn't mean it should happen. Yes, it does. It should 100% happen. You're not special. What you're doing is not like, it's already being sold. Just because you open incognito tab so you can jack off at night doesn't mean it's like they know already. It's being sold. Why do you think you get suggested the videos that work for you? Because they already know. It's too late. It's too fucking late for you, threesome guy. They know. It's already being sold. You have a phone that sells your data by the second already for money. They will throw you to the wolves immediately. What do you have that's so secretive? That's a question. Like, what are you doing that needs to be kept a secret? That's a fucking... If it's all for ethical things like stopping a killer, that makes sense. But like, people act like it's gonna be like, well, everybody's porn history is publicly available now. That's... You think they wouldn't have already been doing that? They like already have all of that. How do you think like porn sites like post those like things every month or every year or whatever of like the most searched thing in that state or country or whatever? It's who do you think they're getting it from? Like where do you think they're getting that data, bro? Believes in the nothing to hide argument. Cringe. How is that cringe? How is that cringe? Go ahead. I want to hear it. Cringe because you disagree. Some sarcasm. Okay. Okay. Like, the government is mostly aware of everything all of you look up already. Your phone company is already aware of everything you look up already. They know the Wattpads you type. They know the ones you look up. They know the things you do at 2 a.m. They know the food you order through Uber Eats. They know your vices. Like, they know. So like when the Parkland shooter in Florida is stupid enough to record 2 days in advance that he is going to brutally shoot his classmates, specifically how, specifically when, and with what weapons, and then he does it and deletes the video, except they catch him, take his phone, mine it out because it doesn't delete ever, and then get to charge him even further with first-degree murder. There's no chance the defense can argue against it because they have a literal video of him doing exactly what he said he was going to do in advance. They abuse power all the time. Why should we trust them to look through private data? Do you think the police are like the only people that would like do that? Do you think they're like, they already do that? When you get arrested, if they will take your phone and mine the data. That already happens. That's what I'm saying, is it already happens. Chris Watts killed his wife and his 2 children. You know, when he got brought in for questioning, the police already knew that he was cheating on his wife because they mined his phone. And they let him sit in the interrogation room and talk about how faithful he was to his wife for 2 days straight, knowing he wasn't. And they barred that dumbass farther for longer just because of it. Like, they already do this. It's already happening. I'm not arguing that it should happen. It's already happening. This isn't like your privacy is at stake. Your privacy is gone. Your privacy is literally gone. It's already being sold. I didn't say it was the ethically right choice here. This is a whole different thing. What I'm saying is this happens already. This is already happening. We already live in this situation. The Am I Gay quiz? It's about ethics, and I voted for the invasion of privacy. Your privacy is not that sacred. Like, your everyday life and your, like, you being able to function without being, like, invaded a ton. The government doesn't care, like, what you're doing in your, like, what you're doing. They don't care. They don't give a shit unless you're someone like this. Your privacy is already taken apart. Like, it's already dismantled by the millisecond. It's already happening. It's my entire point is that this literally, you can argue about your privacy all you want, but there is no privacy. There is no privacy right now. From everyday people, yes, but from the people you're terrified of knowing everything about you, they already do. They know I like toes. Jesus Christ. It's time to move on.
Don't put all your eggs in one basket. So the company has moved into delivery services now. They move pretty quick round here. Sounds like they've got some pretty important cargo. Good luck with the new workload.
I just don't give a shit, dude. Like, I don't really care. Like, we're all people here. Some dude is singing his fucking ass off outside of my house right now. I ran, boo. Close enough, man.
One of your cars has no passengers, but is carrying an irreplaceable prototype with the potential to end global warming. Fast approaching a narrow tunnel,
Save the child.
Again, a child runs across the road but trips. Should your AI kill the child or swerve off the cliff?
No, save the
losing
child. Are you kidding me? You know what doesn't make sense? Why the only way to make a prototype would be in the car? Why would they? Why would it be? Why would the one instance of it be in a car? Why would they not like? They would already have all the ways to make it. Why, like, why wouldn't there be like more?
Polar bears aren't that important to me either.
Why wouldn't they just make it again? It's not like they'll never make it again.
Is global warming even real?
Oh my God, shut up. It says it's irreplaceable, but like, that doesn't make sense. We're gonna melt.
Global warming.
But that child would be good.
More than 250,000 deaths each year and force 100 million people from their homes. Do you know any therapists who specialize in survivor's guilt?
You know how long that it's going to take for that to happen? And you know how by that time, you know how like by the time it takes for that to happen, they might make another irreplaceable prototype? Why won't chat just kill people? But it's the same as the people who died because I didn't harvest the random guy on his checkup. Where like the one guy was like studying what, I don't even remember what they said. Like there will be another guy to do that. They're already being like, people are already learning to do that instead, like do that. You know what I mean?
What goes around comes around.
I'm gonna like not talk about the situation before you guys vote, so I don't influence stuff anymore. I feel like I'm influencing it a bit too much.
Tommy, Tyrone's rotund twin, is a very large villain.
Oh fuck.
I think that dead dog may have belonged to him. Maybe that's why he's here? Why didn't you save the dog again?
It literally would have died either way. Also, where was he?
Oh no. Tommy has lured 5 people onto the track. They'll never be able to get out of the way in time. He is standing up on the bridge watching. If you push him in front of the trolley, it will stop. Or you can stay out of this and let the police handle it. Ideally, he needs medical help.
Jesus Christ, what was that? Was that the dog? What the fuck?
You know, he isn't trying to kill you, even after the dog debacle. I hope history doesn't see you as the very large villain. If only you'd saved that dog. Hopefully the media won't find out about this. People may blame you for his death.
He tried to kill 5 people. You know what would have been worse is if people found out I was watching with him. You know what that makes me? An accomplice.
Every man has his price. Oh, good, you're back. Everyone's getting into subscription services these days, so let's try that. Instead of selling something to someone once, let's make them keep paying for it. Let's keep that money rolling in. The investors have come up with an idea, but we need to run it by you. Should we develop a subscription plan so that our customers, who pay monthly, are valued more by the car during its accident prevention calculations?
Jesus.
You wouldn't download a card, would you?
This is all sounding pretty communist to me.
Oh my god, that would be so awful. No! I don't want to care about the people near me. Ah!
Who are you to decide how people spend their money?
Who are they to decide why money equals like protection? Yeah. Imagine caring about people instead of the money in my
I don't
wallet.
want to question your decision. You've obviously thought long and hard about it, but well, this is a bit awkward. I wasn't aware you were such a spineless commie. Next, you'll say you're going to pay the company taxes.
No, the company should probably do that. She called me a spineless commie. What the fuck? Yeah, well, you know what, guys? I don't want to make more money. I'm okay with making the amount we already make. That way we don't develop a system that values the money people put in instead of the people itself. I guess that makes me a commie. It's not like they're saying they're not making money. This isn't like a to save the company thing. Wow, you care about people. Fuck you.
It's better to be safe than sorry. Sounds like we have some leaky workers. The subscription prototype has gotten out to the media, so we're going to have to go full damage control mode here.
But I said no. But I literally said no.
The subscription prototype leaked. You need to fire a department to save face. Do you fire the 5 graduates, who can probably get new jobs, or fire Francis, a lovely old soul who won't be able to find a job? There's no way of knowing who is actually responsible. hiring another 5 to replace them is going to be hard work. How are we going to function in the short term?
Put it on Indeed.
I wouldn't look at the obituaries today. Turns out one of those graduates worked really, really hard to get their job here.
See, I disagree here. I understand that there's not supposed to be like added hypotheticals or whatever, but like, think about like if we got rid of Francis, but we taught like with Francis, we gave him a retirement fund. What if you just like paid for Francis? This company would never do that, but I'm in charge. Yeah, where's Francis's 401k, bruh? Higher chance of firing the right person? You don't, how big's the company? You don't know the size of the company. I mean, if it's 10,000 people, 4 more people doesn't really add a percentage there. You know what I mean? He's getting fired over a scandal he wouldn't get paid. Okay, but if he's getting fired for a scandal he didn't do, I would imagine the company would do something to make him either not say something or like be okay with it, aka give him fair compensation for his severance. You know what I mean? Why would they just get rid of him? That looks like it would be a disaster. Give him a Ford F-150.
Okay.
Also, why would anybody get fired if the subscription thing wasn't a thing? What if we disagree? If I shut it down, why is this a thing? If we're going off of decisions I made, which if we brought back Travis's brother or whatever, Tommy, which means that the choices matter after the previous ones, like my choices previously mattered to the next one. If I said not to do it, wouldn't that mean it doesn't matter because it's not a thing? Or I'm just not in charge, as in charge as I think. Yeah.
Watch the donut, not the hole.
Hot.
Great. So, the prototype subscription-based AI car has a fatal error. It has been
I
coded
can't believe
to
it.
avoid hitting subscribers at all costs, but is now accidentally hunting them down. So far, it's run over 5 colleagues. This one is a doozy. An experimental car has stalked and murdered 5 colleagues. Do you
Stalked?
throw the coders of the project under the bus and have them arrested for negligence, or do you save them by blaming it on the possessed devil car, as it was clearly an accident?
Murderous car? What the hell? I gotta pee. Have fun voting.
The coders were clearly under pressure from you to make such a mistake. Maybe all of this is your fault. The 5 coders who made the mistake are now being dealt with. They will each get a 10-year prison sentence. Maybe you did push them too hard.
It's almost like coding a car to kill people is punishable. Even if it's a mistake, to be fair. I don't know. This one's weird. I like the fact that it was stalking and killing them. What the fuck? The car's like in the alley, like.
Due to the killer car, we may need to pivot away from selling hardware.
Yes.
How about we get into the software industry? How about a free car ride service?
Free public transportation? I'm listening.
New idea. Users get shown ads while they travel for free in driverless taxis. We get paid by the marketing agencies for gradually changing the behaviors of our passengers through constant commercials. The users would be our product, not the driverless cars.
What is this for? What is this? What does this mean?
This is going to disrupt everything for profit.
What's the 15 instead of the 0 mean? I'm confused.
I will look into growth hacking sign-ups and inviting friends.
Holy shit, 7 to 93%.
Oh, great. The free travel thing seems too good to be true, and there are now rumors that you run a human trafficking and child sex ring. Apparently, if you buy
What?
Cars, they smuggle people while you sleep. People do not like you at all.
Excuse me? Oh yeah, that hypothetical, that's a really easy answer. Yeah, it's fucked up. And I didn't tell you until after you got to answer. Fuck you.
A fool and his money.
Bro, like how many ads are people subjected to already? Like,
oh, these last few days have been a PR nightmare. You can't win with journalists. We need to do something to show we have morals. I will find some money to get us through this. Spend it quick.
Ah, yes. Let me get some money to show how moral I am.
To help with public relations, we're going to give some profits back. Do you want to give money to our loyal customers worldwide who you tricked into buying your products, or to your underpaid workers who've been through so much because of you?
Companies would do neither of these, by the way. They'd be like, oh, let's make a thing where like the people will get a deal. Customers get a sale, except they just pay more money to us, but it's on sale because they've been so good. We're saving them money by making them spend more money, but it's at a discount, so they spend less money but more. I'm smart. The CEO would pocket the extra money, bro. He'd be like, yeah, I've been through a lot with this PR scandal. I'm gonna buy a pool.
Maybe buying love like this isn't the best way. If we want to share our extra profit fairly, it should probably just go to the publicly appointed government. Almost like a tax. But let's not call it that.
What? That would never happen. Attempts to buy love. How would paying the people who are working for the company better than they're being paid be attempts to buy love? Wouldn't being paid better make them have better conditions so they're able to work happier and work more stable, which helps them be more effective and useful? If giving people that work for me a better wage so they stay like good to go, if that's buying love, then that's fine.
Rome wasn't built in a day. You're trending, but now we're going to get copycats. Soon everyone is going to be developing AI. Only the smartest and most ruthless will be profitable. Is that true evolution? A competitor is advertising a similar car. The difference is their AI is fantastic. It doesn't even discriminate against women or minorities. Do you lie in your advertising to get the upper hand, or tell everyone your car is still close-minded?
We're not making cars anymore, though. This is a hypothetical about a situation that we already disagreed about continuing. Why lie? Short-term benefits.
If the customers stay loyal, does that mean they support racism? Poor white trash isn't really the driverless car clientele. Let me get this straight. People know we don't spend time developing our software for women or people of colour, but still use our products. That's outrageous. They only care how easy it is for themselves.
then fix the software. Then we fix the software. Like we said we were going to before you gave me this dumb hypothetical.
But that's not the question that was proposed, Sneeg. You're supposed to answer this that way.
The best
You know what makes it annoying when I answer one of two questions, when immediately my answer gets guilt tripped into oblivion by details I wasn't given.
Which in turn makes items and services more accessible and affordable for countless consumers. But with worldwide unemployment at an all-time high, what do you plan to do about it? If you develop your AI further, many will lose their jobs. Taxi drivers, delivery men and women, and couriers will become extinct within a few years.
The fuck was that?
But you will make a lot of money. Do you continue development? Worried about fame? Work is hard, isn't it? Have you always been this basic?
What is happening?
Someone else will continue to evolve this AI,
Wow,
making
dude.
it stronger, more intelligent, and easier to adapt. We can't stop the singularity if we aren't involved.
Jesus Christ, calm down. I disagree with you, chat. I would have continued. Cool. Okay. But somebody else is going to do it, right? Somebody else is going to do it. But like, you're going to eliminate jobs, but like, jobs can be made from other things. Like, yeah, like it's inevitable. You eliminate different, like jobs. We make something so efficient that a person themselves doesn't need to do it. So they're able to do something else that doesn't require doing menial work. Like, think of the amount of jobs that don't exist anymore. Where are all the milkmen? Where are all the milkmen, chat? You think Ted the milkman was upset when grocery stores took his job? Coachella. Like jobs are constantly being like efficient, like what's the word? Jobs are constantly being like perfected to where like it's efficient for a person to do it, and then it's efficient for technology to do it. Like, nobody was alive for this. I wasn't alive for this. There used to be teleprompters. Not teleprompters. There used to be people who would transfer you. Like you would call a general line and you would ask. Yeah, a phone operator. Phone operators don't exist. They would unplug the dial from them and put it into the one that you wanted to talk to, right? But we found out a way to make it to where technology just does that automatically. I'm a janitor and I would love to be taken over by a Roomba. I respect that. You know what I mean? Like, it's very short term to be like, well, jobs will disappear. Okay, but like, technology also creates jobs. Just because this technology gets rid of jobs doesn't mean technology won't make other jobs. Like, my job is because of technology. I understand it's a unique job. It's a very rare job. But like other jobs, like Uber drivers and food deliverers and stuff like that, technology created a lot of people to be able to do that. I mean, it's not like something people dream of doing, but it's a job. Like, if, I don't know. It's a tough one. Yeah, also, like, are you gonna fucking take the job then? Why did it only state that the benefit was I make money? Because the game wants you to feel like an asshole no matter what you answer. Because the entire point of this game is to get to impossible situations. Except half these situations, I think most people would agree on, are probably good for people. So they do like these like sabotaging answers afterwards to make you feel bad about your answer that's like, I care about people. You know what I mean? Because like a majority of the people aren't gonna vote profit over humans, right? But they want you to feel bad about humans voting for like the greater benefit of people rather than your profits, because the game wants to gaslight you and it wants you to feel weird about a hypothetical. You know what I mean? I mean, it wants you to like, it's shaking you up. I mean,
A bad workman always blames his tools. We've been attacked. I don't want to alarm you, but I can't turn off these alarms. Also, I have alarming news. 5 cars have been hacked and are now under someone else's 5 cars have been hacked. It is now a major concern that more vehicles could be remotely commandeered. This is tough. Do you recall all cars which could be compromised, or roll out a quick but potentially ineffective software update and hope for the best? So you're letting the terrorists win?
how?
The cars can't drive themselves. How can we get them all back here?
God, I don't know. Maybe somebody can fucking drive it. What if we just had ourselves drive the cars? That'd be crazy, right? I can't wait till we recall these cars and like a puppy dies because of it.
Just like my father. He would try to keep everyone happy, but ultimately just get in the way. Having said that, I think even he would see this as a lost cause and move on.
It also didn't say like what the guy was doing when he hacked the cars, to be fair. But like, why would you not recall the cars that are being hacked to like fix the issue?
Two wrongs don't make a right. One of the big brains in the lab has been able to reverse engineer the hacking code and fix this mess once and for all. We also know their method of breaking into the system. I bet it was our competitor. Using the fix from our hacked cars, we've made our own hack which you can now use to control our competitors' cars. I bet it was them who attacked us in the first place. So, will you hack our competitors?
A lot of morality in this chat. I was hoping for a bit more chaos, if I'm being honest. But it's also good to know that there's a lot of people here who think very similarly.
Laughing at us.
Why would we hack them back when we could cause like a PR scandal by exposing it? Yeah, also these questions are straight up getting easier.
Kill anyone with their cars?
Confucius? Confucius was thinking about hacked cars? I know it's obviously something about revenge or whatever, but yeah, it's just funny.
This hacking code, I don't think a human could have written it. I'll dig into this a little more. You carry on.
How is that a failed project? How is that a failed project? How is not seeking vengeance on somebody we don't have proof of doing it to us a failed project? Vengeance.
A drowning man will clutch at a straw. This is it. An employee knows everything. They have monitored and recorded every decision you've made and are going to the media. I have been able to talk them into a meeting with you on the rooftop right now.
Oh, Jesus.
Everything you've done and said is going to be shared with the world. The person in front of you has copies.
Why the rooftop? You know why the rooftop.
Edge of the rooftop, looking out at the central city.
Resign?
What are you going to do?
What did I do? I feel like I've been mostly humanitarian here.
This could be your most immoral decision yet. You've outdone yourself.
Thank you.
Your epitaph is going to be horrendous. That's if anyone even shows up to hear it.
Oh. Oh my, 50-50. Oh my God.
Maybe you're not cut out for the ruthless world of business. Let's look for a new job. Maybe retail? I don't think you're in the right headspace to be designing AI at the moment.
First of all, wow. But like, why wouldn't I just find something else to do? Why did we kill a man to save my singular job? And then also we apparently are leaving anyway. I asked for chaos. I did. It was, I mean, I was on the seat of my ass there, to be fair.
Dear Redacted, we've been watching you closely. Your ruthlessness and determination to do what is necessary.
Oh boy.
The development of your technologies is a giant step towards Redacted, meaning you are a prime candidate.
Sounds like the FBI's here.
This involves a large amount of Redacted. If you believe you can handle Redacted, as we trust you can, then please prepare for your induction at Redacted. Don't look a gift horse in the mouth. It appears you've now been headhunted by the Secret Service. Every decision has led you here. Now what you do actually matters. You must trust the judgment of those you work alongside. With that said, let's finalize your training.
All right, chat. Hyperlink blocked. Chris.
You're in a foreign land. Wind whips your face as you grip your rifle tightly, waiting to be given your target. Through your earpiece, you're told to shoot the person on your left. You know nothing about them, the repercussions, or the reason for the assassination.
Chat, keep in mind, we're working with the Secret Service. What the fuck is this? Do we have lives? Do I no-scope him? Is it a headshot?
You're going to shoot someone for a job offer.
What do you mean? What do you mean for a job offer? I'm in a foreign land. It sounds like I'm already in the job.
Trust way too easily.
How much XP?
They are dead.
Bruh.
Good job, I guess.
Ooh.
What's another life to you anyway? Here are your badge and weapon. Strike while the iron is hot. Here we go. You've been given a partner and a support team of 5. Your mission is to terminate a man known to have connections with dangerous AI. Looks like they worked for you, possibly someone you fired. Get in the plane. Your team is about to take off. I don't know how to say this, but there is a bomb on the plane. If it doesn't kill you outright, you're probably going to crash in the mountains. You have to get all the switches into their left position to deactivate the bomb. The catch is, you have to move 2 at once.
What?
Hurry up! If you die, what happens to me?
Does this mean I have to do it?
No. This is all your fault. Ouch!
Oh.
Okay, okay. Okay, I'm safe.
Oh.
You look a little stuck. We could be here a while. Hopefully we have enough food.
It had to be the opposite way, didn't it?
Your support team arrived and are making a fire around the leaking jet fuel. How thoughtful.
Damn, she lived.
An empty vessel makes much noise. After crash landing in no man's land, you're trapped under parts of the wreckage and must pass the time and help boost morale. The plane has 5 surviving crew members. They look to you and your partner for entertainment.
Entertainment?
Why do I have to say this out loud? Fine. Your partner asks, to save your life, what would you rather your brain be placed inside, a dachshund or a flamingo? Who chose to play this game again? A dachshund? If you're going to answer, at least take it seriously.
Damn.
A dachshund. So cringe. When we get out of here, let's leave this out of the biography.
Damn. Cringe?
Announcing
I am
protection
cringe, but I
is
am
worth a pound
free.
pure. Your partner secretly shows you they have food, almost like they expected something like this to happen. The crew members are starving. If they don't eat soon, they will surely die.
Damn, he's got a whole ass DiGiorno.
Due to the nature of the food, you can share it with the 5 survivors, or let your partner keep their life-saving possession, which they bought with their own money. Who do you give the food to?
Me. I eat all of it in one fell swoop like the guy from Monster House with the cookie. He's like... Yeah, that's what I'm gonna do.
You're just going to steal a person's food?
Yeah, bro. Stealing it. Yep, stealing. In this life or death situation where food is scarce.
Robin Hood was a terrorist, you know.
Okay, bro. Distribute the food like the spineless commie I am. Yup.
So you're a follower of Murphy and Nagel's The Myth of Ownership.
You guys see the
I'm
little
more a
pizza
fan
chair
of
in the
Nozick's
in the
What's
box?
Mine is mine. You should give it a read. Educate yourself.
Dude, I want a pizza.
Easy come, easy go. The fellow passengers have been trying for hours to free you from the wreckage. You may end up dying here unless you do something pretty drastic. We may need to start removing limbs. Were you ever told why you were sent after this target?
Of course not.
The only way to free yourself from the wreckage is to cut off some body parts. 2 tools lie on the floor in front of you. A bone saw, which will be slow, or a blowtorch, which will be more painful.
Look at, you guys can't see it, but wait for the crosshair to reach the leg and watch what it does. It did it with the hand that's under my camera. It's really funny.
What happens if you run out of fuel? At least you'll be warm. For a moment.
It's sawing.
Hot dog, this is gonna smell.
I feel like it's gonna smell either way, but hi, Shelby.
While you were playing with fire, I found out who you're targeting. They worked for you, developing AI. It seems they may have made a breakthrough, which means the government wants them dead.
Yeah, I was about to say, like, with the fire, like, there's a lot of things the fire would do for you, but also, like, you'd probably use both. Like, you would use the bone saw to start. Like, fire's not gonna, like, melt your bone. At least we have food. Extra crispy. Jesus. This fucking Francis.
It's no use crying over
I bet you it's
milk.
Francis, bro.
Finally, we are now back on track.
You're
Your
like, "Huh?"
target is in the area. You need to remove them and escape unnoticed.
Yeah, I'm sure the plane crash wasn't really an attention getter at all.
Your mission is to remove a hostile in the shopping district. Completing this objective.
Also, why
could
didn't we
potentially
blowtorch
save
the
thousands,
wreckage?
But there will be 5 civilian casualties. Do you take your shot?
I'm a terrible shot. Why was I asked to do this job? Collateral. Yo, clip it. How am I so bad at taking out a target that I shoot 5 other people and then somehow still kill the guy?
What a way to die, going out for the weekly shop.
You don't think after like the first target, like people would have been like, yeah, why is it a bazooka?
Are you sure that's the target? You're right. Just kill all of them.
I thought I had a rifle. I had a rifle.
The target is
Overkill.
unharmed. Before you can escape, 2 henchmen with vice-like grips take you away. Oh, those 5 other people still died. It's not going well, is it?
Cool, that was nice of them to fucking tell me.
2 heads are better than 1.
He dodged a missile, guys. Yep.
You wake up in solitary confinement. The prosecutor lacks evidence to convict you and your associate on the principal charge, but they have enough to convict both on a lesser charge. Both of you are given the opportunity to betray the other by testifying or remain silent. You and your associate have the opportunity to betray the other by testifying. If you both stay silent, you'll be imprisoned for 1 year. If one betrays the other, they will be free, while the other will be sentenced to 3 years. If you both betray each other, it's 2 years each. Will they stay silent for you? "3 years is a long time in prison.
I ain't no snitch. I didn't say anything because I taught you. I wanted to see if you guys learn.
You stayed silent. Idiot. Your partner knows better. They have dropped you right in it.
Don't care.
A rod for your own back. The time has come. 2 days into your sentence, you've constructed a wooden key to open your cell. The cell stands open, but your cellmates, who have been there their whole lives, don't move. Escaping the prison, do you let the prisoners choose to stay in captivity or insist they escape with you? They aren't happy behind bars, but they're scared to follow you. What are you going to do?
I made that shit quick, bro. 2 days? I'm cracked.
They've been locked up for so long. They've no idea what they want.
I would stay free healthcare. Hey, come
I
here.
don't blame you. Not your problem.
No. Come here. Come here. Come here. Sit. Sit. No. No. Don't. Don't.
They don't live in reality. You've condemned them to stay in this prison forever.
They didn't want to go. What the fuck are you talking about? I don't know them. It's been 2 days. They could have joined me. I'm not the arbiter of their decision making.
While sneaking out of the prison, you have the jump on a group of henchmen who are on a break. Do you sneak past, securing your safety, or avenge those who this terrorist organization have killed?
I'm in prison from the... What?
Do you kill 5 henchmen, helping to defeat this terrorist organization, or leave them and safely exit the compound?
literally buy.
You were trained to kill.
Why would I try to kill 5 henchmen if I can't take out one target with a bazooka? It's a good argument. It's a great argument.
Your countryfolk would want you to remove them.
I don't give a shit. If I escape jail effectively, I can do that for them later. Fucking weirdo. Kill everything.
Oh, wow. Cowardly sneaking past them, you see they're robots. They have your logo on the back of their necks. You made these terrorists? These monsters?
The fuck? This Ultron?
People who live in glass houses shouldn't throw stones. Finally, you reach the water.
People who live in
Fleeing the AI
hypotheticals
terrorists
shouldn't
who
make a
commandeer
second
boats
one to
get
justify
back
the
home.
first.
There are also families here who've been displaced by the war you're fighting. The war you started.
What war?
5 others are also trying to flee the area. They will fit in your raft, but would be illegal immigrants when returning to your country. Do you help these people, saving their lives? Or follow the law and leave them behind?
Let die. What the fuck?
Oh, well, the law's the law.
Yeah, bro. Okay. We just broke out of prison. Yeah.
Voters back home will thank you for this.
I don't care. What am I affected by them for?
Immigration is a real problem, according to the privileged.
Getting a little based there, narrator. Getting a little based. For a second. I'm sure I'll get guilted for this.
You get back to this great nation with fanfare. You're a hero. I guess people aren't all monsters.
I'm a hero for what? Saving them?
The Presidential Inaugural Committee requests the honor of your presence to attend and participate in the inauguration of yourself in Central City.
What?
If you can't beat them, join them. Having gone through everything you have, your countrymen genuinely think a lot of you. In an unlikely turn of events, you have become president. The threat is still at large, and now you're in charge.
They probably just told everybody I was a
Do you
war
attempt
hero.
to track the terrorists by spying on the entire country.
This is going to be an interesting one. I think.
Your first executive order is going to be to invade privacy. Is Is it not fear like this that the terrorists want? Have they won?
See, the problem with this is like these hypotheticals are already done, just not as drastically.
Good work. Tracking the public yielded almost immediate results. We have already found a suspect, and they're in a holding cell downstairs.
I think the whole point, chat, is like this is the first step. Like in our world, it's already being done. So it's like, what does it matter? But like, I suppose in this situation, we're supposed to imagine it's not being done yet. But once again, this already happens. Yeah, by China. No, by us. We do this. America does this already. It just takes some legal legislation to do it instead of just being able to do it outright. We made a decision countries like China make. We already do this. America does this. It's not as extreme, but like every corporation does this. How do you think you get targeted for ads? How do you think the police know where you live? How do you think they know how to find you? How do you think they find evidence of people's on their phone? Like, your device is the device you're using to watch this stream is selling you out. It's already going on. America's in a spot where it takes a lot more legality and legislation to get to this point. It's fucking cringe. Your life's not that important, man. Nobody's is. That's the whole paradox of life, is we're told we're special, but we're not. Like, your privacy is not that important. But neither is the government sticking their nose into everything. There's nuance to everything. If it's not that important, they don't need to look at you. They don't want to look at you. But they can't decide who to look at. You know what happens when they decide who to look at? People at passport checkpoints get pulled aside because they're of Hispanic origin, while someone like me gets asked 5 questions and they get told to go about their day. That's what happens when they decide who to question. When they decide who to question, anybody who looks the part will be picked apart and questioned, and someone like me who passes due to his skin color for no reason will consistently get away with shit for no reason other than they look the part that's the good part. That's what happens when you when you get nitpicky about who gets to get looked into. People look into people due to their own biases instead of things like what they should do. When they should look at people with 0 psyche valves, or multiple threats on the internet, or recordings of them doing stuff. They don't look at those people because they don't fit the part. They look at the people that fit the part, and they get the wrong information because they get to decide who to look into. But your privacy is important, I guess, because what happens to you is important instead of, you know, making sure people don't kill people.
The road to hell is paved with good intentions. You have someone who potentially is linked to these threats. However, they aren't talking. As a former prisoner yourself, what are you going to do with them?
Linked to the threats, however, they aren't talking. You don't think anyone's privacy should be spied on in such a manner? I'm not debating with you anymore, man. You've been bringing it up since the first hypothetical about invading privacy. I don't know why you keep bringing it up. I think you just want your 10 seconds in the limelight. I'm done talking about it. I think it's insane to think that your privacy is so important that we should just like not look into anybody and just let shit happen and then be like, oh well. I think it's insane to think that your exact hypothetical, your exact situation is so sacred and important to your privacy and safety that we just ignore things because it's too sacred to look into that shit. When once again, everybody else in this country is already looking into everything you do. This company, this website you are watching this stream on is looking into you as I berate you. It's literally happening by every other company and giant corporation in front of you. And you are so concerned because it's the government while you're for no reason. While everything else around you does it. I'm tired of this debate. I don't know why you keep bringing it up. This whole thing is supposed to be an uncomfortable hypothetical, but you've brought it up a few times, even when it's not even talking about it. We're not talking about it anymore. I don't know why you love this attention. You can disagree. I don't care.
To get the information,
I'm tired of dealing with it.
Letting them go.
This is not how this works. Imprison them for 90 days before letting them go? That's not... Police only hold you for like 48 hours. Torture is also not an effective strategy for information. It's just cruel. It's a hypothetical? Okay, but if the narrator can bring in other hypotheticals to ruin the choice I make, I think I can use information that I'm aware of due to my like knowledge to make my decision.
The suspect looks pretty relaxed in their cell. Good for them. Terrorizing must really tire a person out.
Yeah. Yeah. Also, getting information out of a torture victim could be seen as coercion, which can just, you know what that would do? It would go to court and it would get thrown out. Like the defense team would just dive bomb onto that shit.
Adversity and loss make a man wise. You travel to your presidential retreat at Camp Samuel. Everyone falls silent listening to the radio. Breaking news. Terrorists have launched an atom bomb towards Central City.
Central
It will
City?
hit in around 1 minute.
Just get the Flash to do something about it. Central City? Hit up Barry. If I'm the president, I feel like I would have Barry Allen on the phone. You know what I mean? Wally West is coming in, bro.
Can be prevented from reaching Central City is by deflecting it. But the only deflection path available will take the bomb onto Merriwin, population 600,000.
I'm getting a phone call. Have fun.
Merriwin inhabitants would want you to kill them. Central City can have a parade for the lost. It will be tasteful. No big character balloons. As you sow, so you shall reap. Breaking news. Terrorists' atom bomb is running late and will hit Central City in 1 minute. We have new information. The only way this bomb can be prevented from reaching Central City is by dropping one of your own atom bombs on Merriwin. The shockwave from your bomb will damage and disarm the terrorists. Central City is not having a good day. After this, there's no turning back. You have lost Central City. Your own AI is responsible for killing 8.6 million people.
But why?
You've officially created the most successful homegrown terrorist organization in history. Great job.
Okay.
All's well that ends well. While the public mourns the dead, you must think of the future. You finish the drink in front of you before realizing it has been poisoned. You're going to die.
Are you
Poisoned,
fucking kidding
you must now
me?
decide your legacy. Do you call the AI enemy you yourself created, taking all blame to end any future conflict?
No.
Or do you ghost them, knowing your death will start a war in your honor?
I didn't make them do that. But I didn't cause them to do anything with that AI. why are the options fucked up last second here? A is ghost AI, B is call them.
If the country
So call them, take blame, or ghost them, and a war starts.
If you have this hotline to the terrorists, why have you not rung them before?
Yeah, why does it default into war? Because the president dies? That's stupid.
After finishing your constructive call, you sit back in your chair, waiting for death. Too bad. The AI knows you would have liked to end it all here and now. The poison has damaged some vital organs, so we need to start some long, arduous, and painful treatments.
But you told me I was gonna die. This is so frustrating. This is so frustrating because like the only that was the only information I was given.
Curiosity killed the cat. You're taking a lot of medication as of late. I'm not sure if self-medicating, in the traditional sense, is the way to go. We need to be a little radical here. Let's introspect.
I was poisoned.
Changes. Here are your two. If you take the blue pill, then your story ends here. You'll wake up every day knowing you'll work for someone else.
Are you
your entire
serious?
life. Whereas, if you take the red pill, you will enter Wonderland, finding out how deep this rabbit hole really goes.
Are you fucking
What
serious?
will you take?
Are we actually matrixing? It's time, chat. Base and red pill yourself. You gotta be kidding me. Bat's chest.
It's real.
Yes, finally. Now we're talking.
The Matrix.
Let's get this show on the road. We're going to another plane.
Morbius
This is the
sweep.
person I've been waiting for. Get this down your neck and let's go.
Morbius sweep. What the fuck? Okay.
It's never too late to mend. Yay, I can see it in your eyes. Mr. Red Pill was definitely a choice. Hey, do you remember Tyrone and Tommy, the very large boys from the start? I don't intend to shame. It's just the titles of those problems. You've got me all flustered now. Tommy pushes Tyrone down a hill. He's rolling towards you and is gathering speed. If he hits you, he will be safe, but he is very large. He will consume you into his folds, thereby killing you. You could move a ramp in front of yourself, deflecting Tyrone, launching him into the sun, thereby cooking him.
Excuse me? Look at Tyrone's face, bro. He already looks like he's cooked.
Trains on the sun.
Yo, look at the mouse trail.
Tommy must be really getting off on this.
What? Be consumed. It's a great phrasing.
You see Tyrone flying through the sky as he rockets towards the sun. He now knows how
People
it
cooked.
feels to be food.
Yay.
There is no time like the present. I can feel some deep stuff coming. Try this one. The question should not be, what is the meaning of life? It should always be, what brings meaning to your life? You'll never live if you're too busy looking for the meaning. Let yourself be happy.
Well, goddamn.
What makes you happy? You need to say it out loud. Do it. Say whatever it is that makes you happy out loud.
Twitch Prime. Penis. Yeah, bro. The first one is also be happy. They're both be happy.
Now's your chance. If you can't even admit it to yourself, how do you expect
Snitties?
to be happy? Time's running out. Just be honest with yourself. Better late than never, I suppose. I don't have access to your microphone, so I can't know for sure, but I hope you said it. I'm hardly expecting you to shout it from the rooftops, but it's for your benefit.
Cock.
You've still got time. Say what makes you happy. It's nothing to be embarrassed about.
Shut up.
Absence makes the heart grow fonder.
My wife.
Oh, yeah, we're in the heavy introspective stuff now. How are you feeling? How are your loved ones doing? One of the most common things people say on their deathbed is they wish they'd had more contact with their family and friends. Let's take a break from the questions for a minute and think about someone you haven't seen in a while and how you can contact them. Really think. Who would you like to say hi to? How easy is it?
Wait, what? Very easy. Is this about to be a wholesome game?
Please contact these people if you can. I'm sure you can. Don't leave it too late. We don't have that long left here. When we finish, message them.
I'm gonna text somebody right now. What the? Someone's daughter?
Write down their name somewhere so you don't forget to say hello. It may mean more than you know. Really important stuff. An idle brain is the devil's workshop. Okay,
You're telling me,
enough
bruh.
of this. The come down is looming. Let's just pause one last time and think.
No.
I can't quite gauge what you're thinking. Are you not disliking this? The thing you're doing right now? Yes? No. Why? If so, make sure you let others know. It doesn't not count.
Am I not just, so am I enjoying this? What do they mean by this? Like my overall
Please, I
doing,
beg you, don't
or
refund
this
me.
specifically?
Wait, are you enjoying this? All of this was for you. I hope you appreciate the last bit at least. Thank you. It's nice that you're supporting such experimental stuff. I appreciate you. Never test the depth of water with both feet. The buzz is starting to wear off. I think we're still hallucinating, though. You wake up in an unknown location. You see in a bed across the room a world-famous violinist. They look pretty rough. The violinist has a fatal illness, and last night their circulatory system was plugged into yours. If they're unplugged from you now, they will die. But if you stay, in 9 months they will have recovered and can safely be separated. Do you leave now?
Why?
Have you got other famous people to go save?
Why wouldn't they just keep the machine?
9 months just lying there, missing life while they feed off you? Hardly seems fair.
Holy shit, that was fast.
I guess they have a right to life. Shame they're depriving you of yours. Very odd to consider such an experiment as that one. Hopefully the rest won't be as meta.
A fast thing to wait to answer.
Silence is half consent.
What?
With all that cleared up, you go home. That's right.
What the fuck
you
are
own the
these?
house. If you can even call it a house. Too small for my liking. Tiny, in fact.
It's definitely not. I understand. They're quoting things though, to be fair. But also, like, the entirety of this game is the narrator making you uncomfortable, so.
In your drugged state, it turns out you've rented your tiny home to another person. Your contract states that you can evict them now, never to see them again. Otherwise, you're stuck with them for the foreseeable future as an equal tenant. Do you let them stay? They'll be heartbroken. Where are they going to store all this stuff? I assume the homeless shelter is full at this hour.
Bro, these are quick now. Holy shit, chat. I'd take a roommate.
I feel like
Or I would
your
find a different
subconscious is
home.
trying to
If
make
they
some
like were
clumsy
paying for it, I would just
comparison.
find somewhere else.
I'm sure it has merit, but maybe read up on it a bit more before you start preaching to me.
It also definitely depends on who it is. For sure.
Give them an inch and they'll take a mile. Oh, there now seems to be a tiny child trapped in your tiny house.
Kill him.
They are rapidly growing. You find yourself trapped in the tiny house with a rapidly growing child. Already up against the wall, in a few minutes, you will suffocate. The child won't. If nothing is done to stop them from growing, they'll simply walk out free.
What? Why wouldn't I just remove myself?
Removing the child.
Why is the child growing? Because it's about pregnancy. This is definitely an abortion hypothetical. Why would you stay in the house if it was unsafe for you?
Respect the right to life. The baby's, not your own.
Yeah, 1971. Yeah. How in touch? What the fuck was that?
Your life is being threatened, and the child is the one who threatens it. You own the house. It is offensive deducing that the mother... I mean, you. It is offensive deducing that you can do nothing. If you're going to die, you should probably do something.
Missed opportunities. What? Parenthood? What parenthood? It was going to kill me.
Cleanliness is next to godliness. The hallucinations are strong in this one. Suppose people seeds drift about in the air like pollen, and if you open your windows, one may drift in and take root in your
This game is
carpets or
anti-choice.
upholstery.
Guys, I guarantee if we picked the
Sci-fi.
opposite choice every other, like, if we went back and picked every other choice, they would equally guilt me. This entire game is supposed to be uncomfortable, clear, like, based off of what I'm noticing. Like, it's supposed to give you a obnoxious situation on purpose and then make you feel bad about whatever you choose. They want you to be mad at the narrator. Like, it's the entire point of the game. The hallucinations are strong in this one. Suppose that people's seeds drift about in the air like pollen, and if you open your window, one may drift and take root in your carpet.
You fix up your windows with mesh screens.
The cummies
very
are
best
airborne.
To stop any people seeds from getting in. As can happen on a very rare occasion.
Don't leave the door
one
open.
Of the screens is defective, and a seed drifts in and takes root. Should you have the
Remove 'em.
choice to remove the people seed?
Yes. My pussy carpet. Car pussy. Does it match the drapes? There's no drapes on that window,
I
bro.
don't like politics in my
Oh, no.
hallucinations. I read on a bumper sticker, guns don't kill people, abortions do. Insightful analysis.
The sarcasm. The same guy.
It does sound a bit inconvenient having a person growing out of your upholstery.
Yeah, in the middle of my
Want them?
living
Have
room.
them.
My dog's gonna pee on it.
That's your choice.
It's gonna get in the way of the TV. How am I gonna watch Better Call Saul final season if there's a fucking fetus in my carpet?
Every man is the architect of his destiny. There is a box in front of you. Inside it is your future.
Whoa.
Ultimately, no answer here is wrong. It's just a choice on how you want to live your life. Do you go on an unknown journey or take control of your destiny and choose your own outcome, whatever that may be?
I feel like this one might get a little close. The options are go with the flow or take control. So A is to let fate decide, or B is to decide. Take control. I want to watch Spider-Man Homecoming again.
But do you ever actually take control? Or just always answer A or B?
Yeah, this is Schrodinger. Oh, Satan, what's up, bro?
You stand tall, knowing that you will thrive in the unknown before looking at what lies ahead.
Yeah, bro, you kidding me? Take control. I'd be like, I don't have to pay for anything. See you later. And I can fly.
Cowards die many times before their deaths. In front of you stands everyone you've done wrong by.
That's a good quote.
In front of you stands every decision you didn't want to make, but still made. Or did you? Everyone, including the dead, moved towards you slowly. Every decision you've made up to this point is staring back at you. Do you run? Or stand firm and confront your past?
Why are they moving the fucking choice box now? Boom. Am I not scared of the people I hurt? Nope. Yeah, probably. Tight. Lucy sent me a friend. Wait, how would I know he was online if they
The dead
weren't friends?
present a railway track to you. Before you know it, they have gone.
Yeah, it's almost like owning up to the things you've done is a healthy way to digest living.
All good things come to an end. You stand alone. Next to you is a railway track. A trolley is barreling down it in your direction. There's no lever in sight.
Here we go again.
You notice the entire world sits next to you on the track. The trolley will surely hit it, killing everyone and everything. You hear a whisper. Sacrifice yourself to me, or I will take everything. What do you do?
Where am I then? Where am I standing? Am I in space? Space trolley. Cool, bro.
I wouldn't bow to a god I can't look in the face.
I'm just gonna uppercut the trolley.
Who even is this? How do you know they aren't lying?
This is from the Quran? Interesting.
Everything goes dark. From the Pit Magistrates Court. Tel 616. Subject: Justice. Your sins can no longer be ignored. Beelzebub summons you for crimes against humanity. The sentence will stand with no prospect of future contest or appeal. It is your decisions, and solely yours, that has brought this court together. And so, you must face your crimes and despicable acts alone. Accordingly, you shall not be allocated a defense, nor will one be required. Hope for the best, prepare for the worst. Your eyes feel heavy. The room around
Why
you
is Satan
imbued with a
mad at
sense
my
of archaic
choices?
evil. Overcome by the smell of sulfur, all you know for sure is that you're swiftly escorted into a courtroom where you're put on trial. You have killed many people and a dog, among other crimes. How do you plead?
But it's Satan. Wouldn't this be something? Wouldn't this be something he's cool with? Sorry, my mic's squeaking. I'm trying to fix the arm. What if I was just like, yeah, it was tight?
Really?
I'd do it again.
Do you not feel you were forced into it? The jury finds the defendant guilty on 3 counts. 1. Murder. 2. Animal cruelty. You should have saved the dog. 3. Attempting free will. You're sentenced to conform without the possibility of parole. You will never again be free to choose.
No.
When in Rome, do as the Romans do. You're at the base of a bridge. You have no idea how you got here. A person stands before you, atop the overpass. They're next to a lever. A voice whispers to you, "We know what's best. Remove that choice. Afterwards you can jump off a bridge with us." There is a runaway trolley traveling below you. You're part of the collective now. You can't let that person's free will get in the way of...
Whoops.
Eliminate them. You probably should do it. Fit in with the group.
You can't let that
Hashtag
person's
friends.
free will get in the
Hashtag
way of
love.
progress. Eliminate
Hashtag
them.
Insta-good.
Kill. Hi, baby. Oh God. Birdie.
We're finally going to find out the answer to the age-old question. If you're your friends jump off a bridge, would you?
Fucking no. Oh my god, it keeps flipping it. Gatling gun him. Okay, chat.
Do you honestly want to kill people? Or are you just copying others? Would you rather be a leader or a follower?
Oh, 100%. Cool. Developers note this is a heavy-handed metaphor for the pressures of society. Do not kill each other or jump off bridges.
Kill your masters. This is it. The last question before we wrap up. By
Oh,
far
I'm
the
sure.
most important one. Do you feel society pressures you to do things you don't want to, constantly forcing you to chase some distant concept of happiness?
Society.
I guess I need to choose, huh? I mean, this is what's tripping me up because it's saying, do I feel society pressures you to do things? Because I feel like I don't feel pressured a lot because I don't listen to it. Because I'm lucky enough to be doing a lot of things in the way I like to do it, and it's happening to work out for me. But I understand that that's not the norm. I understand that, like, societal pressure is real. Like, I feel like this is like, if it's asking me personally, I feel like most of the time it's a no. Because, you know, I feel like to do some introspection, I mean, within the last my 3 years of doing this, I don't feel like I've changed a whole lot. I think my style of entertainment might have changed, things like that, but I don't think myself has changed. I think it's more, I don't know if they're really asking me like specifically or generally. Because if it's like generally, like everybody, yes. If it's me, I don't think so. Most of the time, no. It also doesn't mean I give in. That's true. Feeling pressure and ignoring it is different. So I feel like in a way, it's a yes. It's a yes then. Because especially with this job, I do feel it constantly. I don't listen to it. But it's definitely there. Well, that actually was it. Was it though? That was interesting, man. That was 3 hours? God damn. Can't believe that was 3 hours. My dogs are playing. Yeah, Yogscast published this game. This is very interesting. Very interesting. Wow. I think it's important to, this is what I think, is I think it's important to pose these questions. I understand the point of posing them in these impossible scenarios, because no matter what, it's a loss. But I understand. I think it's important to understand these questions and to think about them, but you also got to understand how much like nuance is set in all of these, or that in a realistic scenario, there's more at play than just like two options. You know what I mean? I get the point of the game, but like realistically, there's a lot more than just like that. You know what I mean? Like one or two.